Hello, welcome to another video on my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be filming Sam's boosted E46.
I'm a true champion.
Right, so we're now going to run through the exterior spec list of the car. So Sam, what's been done to it?
We've got 17-inch 10J Oz Series, bolt-on rear arches. It's had a full respray, Battleship Grey, rocker bunny ducktail, and then obviously the cut-out wing for the screamer, quick release bonnet catchers, and that's pretty much it for the exterior. I tried to keep it clean, but half drift spec at the same time.
And you've done this all by yourself, yeah?
Yeah, all by myself. Painted in my unit at like 1 o'clock in the morning with one of my friends one day because we were bored. Archers, same thing. I done them on my drive one day. Spoiler was done before the respray.
So what about suspension and brakes, Sam? What's that up there?
So I'm fully adjustable coilovers. That's got 338mm front Rotzinger discs and then Brembo pads, and then drilled and grooved on the rear. The whole car's polybushed, front and rear. It's got oversized front anti-roll bars, rear strut brace. It does usually have a front strut brace, but I haven't got it in at the moment. So
if you want to find Sam's Instagram, it's boosted E46, and the guy above, you say he's now building, was it a buggy, is it? Or?
Yeah, he's now building a GSX-R 1000 turbo buggy. He is the guy that's done all my fabrication for me. He is an absolute tip-top welder. When I originally got it, it was all grey cloth. It's now full leather, fully adjustable seats. I got the deep dish steering wheel. I got a full Android head unit and digital dash, switch panel, obviously massive hydro for 6 skids, and then custom gear knob.
So it's quite a funny story as to why the handbrake's like this, so I'll let you explain.
Well, basically, I went out one day and come home, pulled up my drive, my rear light was hanging out, my ducktail was smashed in half. I turned around to look at my neighbour's house and she had a nice BMW size imprint in her wall, and my car had rolled down my drive and pretty much writ itself and her house off all in one go.
That's why the handbrake's like that. And you say the ECU's in the glove box here?
Yeah, my ECU got a Mega Square MS3X standalone, and that's all wired in the glove box for ease of access and quick mapping. I've mapped it all myself, everything's been done by me, like the full setup, the wire and harness, again with help from CB1000 Turbo, my friend Darren. Everything has been done between just me and him in our unit. There's nothing has been sent out externally to be worked on. It's all custom, all done by us.
So the best part of the car, as I mentioned earlier, is actually boosted. So when we do some driving footage, you'll be hearing the zoos. So I'll let Sam run us through the spec of the engine now.
Like you say, it's been boosted. We've had to put a single port intake on it, delete all the secondary air ports. It's had a full billet fuel rail and AN10 fuel lines, Siemens Decker 660 injectors. It's got a Detroit Racing front mount and oversized alley rad, 50mm blow off, 44mm wastegate, and then a GT 3582 turbo.
So obviously he brought this as a standard car, so I'll let Sam explain to you how it's got to where it is now. It's quite a funny story.
Basically, short story is, I was going to lose my license because I was being a dick. When my car was off the road, my mum asked me actually what I wanted for my birthday, and as a joke I said, oh, I want a turbo, and sent her a link off eBay. And about 3 weeks later, funnily enough, a turbo arrived at my door. I kind of had to build it then, so thanks to my old dear, this is what we got. When I bought the car, it was a 2.8 SE basic model, 16-inch wheels, tiny brakes, hideous interior, and it was all Titan silver. It's currently got a 2.2 engine in. When I bought it, it was a 2.8. I had the 2.8 boosted for over a year, but I took it out a few months ago because I bought rods, pistons, and it's being fully forged. I had this engine literally sat in the corner of my unit for about 3 months, and one evening, out of pure boredom, we turboed it and put it in just so I could have some fun before bad weather come in for winter.
Does this go sideways, Sam?
It goes sideways pretty much every time the car hits the road, yeah.
So what's been done, obviously, is for the exhaust system, Sam?
Well, it's a full 3-inch stainless system, from turbo all the way back. I have one resonator in the middle, purely to try and cut some emissions down, but it didn't really help. And it's got exhaust tip is off a Range Rover SVR, which I acquired off my dad, as he used to work for Range Rover, and it fitted nicely, so I went with it.
Well, so start up and give us a couple of revs.
Yeah.
I think we should definitely go for a drive.
Let's do it.
She definitely rips. So what power does it make now?
It makes roughly 300 brake with a 2.2. When I had the 2.8, I raced a friend of mine. He's got a printed out, same sort of weight and spec car. It was a 361 brake and 611 Newton meters, and we were dead level.
So have you had any problems since you've had the 2.2 in, or?
Well, since I've had the 2.2, I actually haven't had any problems. It's been, if anything, more send ready than my 2.8. But when I had my 2.8, I was being a cool kid one day at a car meet, doing loads of launch controls, and I set fire to it. And then I set fire to it again a couple of days later, racing someone. I've blown a clutch, a head gasket, I've melted my rocker cover, I've melted the paint on my bonnet, and obviously I crashed into a house, but I wouldn't call that a problem.
What actually got you into cars?
Mainly my dad. Like when we were younger, he used to do a lot of sort of Sunday Cup racing, and as a family we've had some pretty cool cars back in the days, like late 90s, early 2000s. Like to list a few, my dad had a XR 4x4 Sierra Cosworth, he had a couple of 205 19 GTIs, Renault Clio Williams, Uno Turbo, Volvo, like an old Volvo cheese block turbo, Rover Tomcats, a Vento.
How bad is it on fuel?
If you go on a cruise and you don't use the turbo, which clearly never happens, it's the same as a standard car. You can maybe get 30 miles to the gallon, but with proper driving, sub 10s, I'd say, I put 20 quid in it to go anywhere every time I want to move.
So I know they've got labels. What are they actually for?
Well, ignition is to power up my ECU, fuel is fuel pump and fuel regulator, and then fan is just an override. It is set to come on at 7 or 85 degrees, but I mean, when you're sending it, you want it on all the time, otherwise it does get a bit warm.
And you say how many wires does the car run off?
The whole car runs on 21 wires. I've got a throttle position, an oil pressure switch, an alternator, injector wires, core wires, and then that's pretty much it, and power.
This is why home built cars, because you now know anything goes wrong, you're pretty clued up with how to fix it as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No main dealers needed here.
No.
One thing I will say is I do not know why more people don't boost BMWs, because honestly, I know people say boosted Hondas are the best like best car, but to have that torque of a 6-pot with a turbo is just, I mean, Sam, you'll probably agree, is like...
Torque is the one, yeah. Like I say, this makes maybe 300 horsepower, but that's probably making nearly double that in torque, and that's what you feel. You feel the pull. Right?
It boogies. What head unit is it as well?
It's an Enon something or other. It is nothing too major, but it literally runs everything. And then when you're at meets, you've got DVDs, full GPS, like, it has everything you ever wanted.
So what are the future plans as well, Sam?
Well, future for the engine, fully forged 2.8. Sure, I want to make 500 to the wheels. I've been told you can, you can't, so we'll find out. I'll keep looking into friendly form over fenders for the rear, so I can get rid of the universals. And ideally, sometime this winter, I am going to give it another respray because it's been grey for a year now, and I'm bored of it.
Been done like gearbox and clutch wise?
Standard 5-speed ZF box that they run on everything. I've got a 5-pedal stage 5 Black Series clutch, and that runs on the standard dual mass flywheel. And like I say, I've never had a clutch slip, nothing. It gets a bit warm sometimes, but
so this is the dashboard, which I've now got in my hand, and it's got, well, a lot of different. That's quite cool to be fair. I think, yeah.
I mean, have up to 150 separate dashes, I think.
Really?
Yeah, something like that.
Well, you can have your dashboard back anyway.
Cheers, bro.
I'm a true champion.
Right, so I'm going to outro the video there. Sam, thank you very much for letting me video your car, man.
It's been a pleasure, mate.
It's been cool. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more on the channel. See you later, dude.
See you later, bro.